Good day, soul siblings. It's Shay Seeking from American Aborigines Unchained here on YouTube and Facebook. Okay. Um, and again, we're going over a couple of things when it comes to uh, law or legislative powers. Because we're just looking into the Declaration of Independence just to see if there's anything that we may have missed without using etymology. You can do this on your own, or you can join us for, I don't know what we do here, but it's just something, trying to get a better understanding. Okay, so yeah, because again, I would love to know what you guys think, if it makes sense at the end of the day, what we're doing. Again, I'm just laying something down for people to do as they please, just in case someone may not have known that there's an alternative way to look at this or do your research and obtain more information about things we've been told that may not be as they seem. Okay? And it's to fool everyone, right? No matter what so-called race or well, I'll say lower class, okay, or caste in this play, because again, the world is a stage. So, um, so yeah, we're just looking at this alongside with etymology and some of the information that we've obtained over time, just to see if there's anything here. And I'm gonna just tell you right now, you thought the last one was bad. Let's just go on and see, because we know now that when it's speaking up here, oh, I can't stand when this mouse does this. When it's talking about we the people, again, these are, it should just say we the foreigners of the corporation is what it should say, right? Because establishing justice is not happening. What's wrong? Why are they stagnant? Why don't they bear witness that there's a problem? What are these things that's going on that it seems though you thought you was we the people, but none of this shit worked for you? And also liberty to ourselves and our prosperity. Okay. So again, we did that one already, the intro. So we're going to go ahead and go into Article 1. And I'm going to tell you right now, we ain't even going to get that far. I'm going to try to keep these down to a couple of minutes, even if I had to break it up. Oh, would you stop? Okay. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So it says here, Section 1. All legislative powers herein granted. So this is all legislative powers herein granted shall be vested in a Congress of not the, in a Congress of the United States, which shall consist of a Senate and House of Representatives. Okay, so we think we know what this mean or whatever. I mean, we can put the second half of the thing, the sentence, in order. I don't think we're going to go all the way into that. We can use that as face value or the surface because it's just them. But these terms right here, we need to really probably look at. And we're going to start with legislative because I already pulled it up. So legislative, okay. If we go here, wait, before we do, because there's nothing there. Because this just says what it says here. But let's look at the related terms here. Obstructionism. The practice of systematic or persistent obstruction, especially in a legislative body. 1868. Now, there's a lot of shit going on with our people at this time, and I think that this is actually the time when people went into so-called slavery or a form of it, or these legislative measures is what really took you there. Okay? Just in my opinion, especially the free so-called Negroes or Black or Aboriginal peoples. Okay? So I just thought that was very strange to have that be there. Because it just seemed like somebody's blocking you, or somebody has put, again, systematic things. Well, if we look around the world and see what's systematic, well, damn, There's one group of people talking about these things. Now, justice is supposed to come to some of these people, but it won't. Knowledge is supposed to come to these people. Lack of knowledge is what has these people perishing, possibly. We're talking about these particular people, and what happens? Being stagnant and things like these. So now we're going to go ahead and go to legislator, because that's what they're giving us. A lawgiver, a maker of laws. Prosper of a law. Genitive of law. Okay. Born. Okay. We're talking about birthing here. Brought, carried. To bear children. See? Because again, we're not understanding that bearing children doesn't really have to do with a baby every time, like a baby being born, like we think a family unit is. No. For someone to be a minor or a minority is someone that cannot drive things forth themselves. They have to look to or wait for someone to do it for them, again, because they've been put in that category or that class. So we can still be children at 50 years old. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and tap into a couple of these. I'm not going to read every single thing here because it takes too long. Of pertaining to law, of course. Okay. Enactment, precept, precept upon precept, regulation, principle, rule, law, motion, bill, contract, arrangements. Sounds a lot like an engagement or wedding or, wedlock. To gather. Fascism. All this stuff is, anyway, grabbing people, putting them together in reservations or ghettos or projects or whatever. With derivatives, meaning speak, pick out words. That kind of like what your pastor do in church. Collection of rules. Van seems to imply that the evolution is the reverse. Strange. Okay. Permitted by law. Okay. 1867 is one established by statutes. Now, this sounds a lot like statutes, laws, and commandments and all that shit. You see what I'm saying? Or proclamation, proclam, or claimation, during which government business is usually suspended. Okay? So let's go back to collect, to gather, speak, say, tell. Okay. Let's see. Because I know it's about to take a long time, so I'm trying to be quick. Okay, so ablate, to flatten on the ends. Or at the bottom, maybe, I don't know. Flatten, toward, broad, wide, large, to put, stand, put in order, spread. Again, almost sounding like spreading seeds, or it's also talking about like spreading something out on the ground that you plan on keeping there. A person related to, devoted to religious work, especially a child dedicated by his or her parents to monastic life. Raised and trained, to offer, bring before, carry, born to bear. Okay, we're just going through here. No good etymology available. Okay. All right. So to bear, to carry, like the right to bear arms or bear minimum or bear this, bear that. Also to bear children. Again, what are you to these people, these governors, these senators, these people? And again, since you remove yourself or they remove you from power, then that will be your father figure. When they first came to America, they sent missionaries or ministers or different people like this. So again, that would have been the father. Again, now they are out of the limelight and they have these particular people that we actually don't get to see that much. You have to actually look these people. We don't know the demeanor. We don't know what these people look like. We don't know what they sound. A lot of us don't really know who these people are that are in these higher up statuses. we don't get to know them on a personal fucking level to even know if they even capable of doing what they're supposed to be doing while they behind the scenes. Who knows? You see what I'm saying? And if that's the real power behind the president, they can stop the president or they can do things or whatever, then wouldn't we need to know these people a little bit better? We don't even know if they in their right fucking mind. Seem like somebody ain't. Okay? So, frame for carrying a load. So, preparing something to carry the load. Who died on that cross in a sense? Okay? To yield. Okay? He carries and brings, and bringing maintenance, carries, they carry, I carry. Okay, genitive, chance, lug. Okay, these are just, we're just doing this to fuel the, oil the wheels there, right? Pregnant, a burden. Okay, European root meaning bright, brown. Oh, the sense connection might involve polished wood objects, like polished up gentlemen. See, wood, we're talking trees, we could be talking a form of melanin, connection to the people. We're talking about these particular people that were upright, okay, or these gentlemen, or you know one of these people that we read of from back in the day, like a Frederick Douglass, or I'm just naming names of these old heads. That again, we should take information that they have, but we should also put it under the microscope like we're doing for everybody else. Again, because we know that some of our people that may not be our people, but may be our people, have been used in order to, lead us somewhere, right? And we follow because we don't ask any questions, and then we have been led astray. And maybe they knew it all along, and some of them don't. So again, to be fair, it's just information. So, large amphibian, quadruped rodent of genus Castor. Okay, brown animal, dark, dusky, brown. Okay, so again, we'll just stop there. Okay, and I think that's it that we wanted to do with that. So, we're trying to get a feel of what this legislature could be talking about at the end of the day, because again, it says here that all legislative powers. So these all powers of putting something in place or something, right? Almost starting to sound like Genesis again. Getting the garden ready, right? So let's see. Again, and then it's almost sounding like the caste system, because again, there might be enmity between the undesirable or Dalit people and the commoner servants and peasants or Slavic people. But at the end of the day, we're still bearing the weight. They're bearing us down, right, with the weight of the world. You know what I'm saying? So to flatten out the bottom of something, or flatten out the end of something, again, what could that mean? Would that mean this is when they were actually able to say that they're obliterated, we're done? You know what I'm saying? We have the power now. And that's all we really, are looking to see. So, yeah. I could have sworn there was one more thing in one of these that I wanted to, so then now, whatever, someone can move something forward. I think it's going to be talking about something about a vicar, but maybe that comes next. So again, we didn't even really get that far because we had to go through that information. So again, I don't think it's that long. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the other one. So powers, okay? So all legislative, okay? Powers, it's like it's almost just too much information. Powers, okay? So we're going to get these terms here. Powers or properties of one mind. See? Powers. This should get on my nerves. Powers or properties of one's mind. Also physical functions. So they have these faculties have, and we're using the noun here. It's saying powers of property or properties of one's mind. Also physical functions. That's some deep shit right there. What are we talking about? Thinker, one who has cultivated or educated or indoctrinated, same thing. The powers of thought. This is a related term. The powers of thought. Lack of knowledge. See, not even being in your right mind at this point because everything is a lie. So how can you be in reality if you ain't even start to question all the lies? And try to, you may not have to unravel every single one, but you should at least be trying to. Nothing should be a shock to you at this point about the amount of lies that have been told to the people. Okay? Senses, mental faculties, and we see cult here too. Okay? Conscious, cognitive. See? Cognitive dissonance. Have you ever heard anybody, some of y'all, when we was first waking up, having people say things like this, or you say this to people? So cognitive powers. This is what all this is dealing with here. Huh. Make capable for, okay, so we don't need to read all of them, but okay, just whatever. Furnishing with legal powers. Okay. So that's just strange, right? So let's just go to power because it won't give us power. So we're going to have to go ahead and get it. So again, where are we at? All legislative powers, things to bear, all those things that we just talked about are hereon granted, or powers hereon granted shall be vested in a Congress. So all of these powers that we're talking about, legislative powers, should be vested in a Congress. Okay. So let's go ahead and finish looking at power. Okay. Ability. So all the ability to act, strength, vigor, might, especially in battle. Oh, damn. You know what I'm saying? All your ability to do all these things that you need to do to survive in this world. And they have their own forces that they have over you that they let you join in order to think that you may be doing something to protect you from somebody foreign. When the hell is the last time somebody came here to do something to us that we are aware of? Let's even forget about 9/11 because we already know what that is, right? So, but they got you out there going to other places to do harm to other people like they've done to you in the past. No, it's no offense because a lot of people don't know. I don't work like that. It's no offense, but I can't not say it because you may look at it and you may start thinking about it on your own and you may see what's going on. You may not. You may be upset with me for saying this. And there's no offense. I'm not talking about the person personally. That's what we have to get away from. I'm not talking about the person personally. And usually people have invested time, years of their lives. They get trinkets, they get little bowls and shit to put on their shirt and everything. So it's an upsetting thing that people, they know people, they have been put in situations, they know people that have died, passed away. That's not the part that I'm talking about. You even thinking that you're doing something, for the people and not knowing the real, you know, inner workings of it, you're not at fault. So again, I'm not coming at anyone like that. I'm even talking about the higher up people in those forces that do know. Okay. So again, this is nothing to do. I'm just bringing information to give people information, not to put anybody down. Okay. Because that's the thing. You can't talk about these particular people, but the government can diss them, have them come back here and not get fair treatment. And they can also treat their veterans a certain kind of way without giving them also what they are due, but discounts at grocery stores and shit at the age of, or like a senior citizens discount or something. You know what I'm saying? But again, that they're showing you and telling you that your service didn't mean that much to them by the treatment. But when we say certain things, you're not allowed to say things about honorable people. Well, yeah, these people may be honorable, but the system that they work for, you have to question, right? So anyhow, we won't get on that. You know what I'm saying, and y'all know I'm not coming from no place like that, but I'm not going to stop saying something because somebody might catch feelings. Just not going to do it. So So anyways, oh, and see, that's what I'm saying, because I like to point the finger in the what I would think would be the proper direction, even when it comes to so-called white supremacy. That's why I say it's foreign privilege, because there are so-called black people that are benefiting from your demise as well. They're not all one color. And it's not the actual everyday people that live and work around you that are being fed this bull and led through the rat race along with you that are the problem. It is the people in the higher elevated statuses. That's the problem. And there are less of them than there are us. And so they keep us divided so that we don't gather together and knock them off their square or their corner fucking stone. Okay? That's just what it is. See, and this is what I'm saying, gaining the mental power. That's what they're doing when they're training you in school, church, the military. They're framing your mind. They like young minds. See, this is just the case. It's just the way these people work and operate. You see it too, if you're not in your feelings. Okay. So, anyways, it's talking about especially in battle. Okay, control, mastery, lordship, dominion. Okay, we're getting all of this now. Who has this power? Have you given yours up and given it to them, and so now you can't even fight your own battles? What are we talking about here? Legal power, authority, military force, an army, to be able, powerful. Okay, so these people are going to be your strength that fight for you, even when they're not. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not really, so much going on here. I need you guys to help me put this into perspective here, what we're really reading here. Okay? It's like an overload. I can't take it. So, powerful Lord. Okay. Hypocritical, whatever some hypocritical ministers of government may say about it, power is the greatest of all pleasures. Again, these people you dealing with at the top here that have been put on high, they don't deal with money in fiat the way that you do. They'll have you kill each other over it, but they don't give a fuck about it. It's power and control and other ugly, dark things that go on in the background that we won't mention here because we don't want to cause any kind of, bad company here to get the channel, what I'm saying. So, one who has power. Again, these people are bored. They don't even deal with the pleasures that you deal with. They don't deal with the downfalls you deal with. They on a whole nother level. They don't hunt the way you hunt. They hunt something totally different. And they feed off of fear, pain, and propaganda. The propaganda causes this. False information causes this. Confusion, cognitive dissonance, illusion, all these things. And again, they feed off of your fear and confusion and division. Okay. So again, energy, available work, blah, blah, blah. Power of someone recorded, da, 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 failure. Okay. So again, we see kind of like where we're coming from here. Okay. Powerful Lord, a person who receives guests. Do they have guests in these different places? I think so. Master, husband. Husbandman, husband, man, master, Lord, POTUS. Now, I don't think that's the way that they spell it today. I think they use a U here, but POTUS. Remember that. Powerful, able, capable, and possible. So this is the root meaning of powerful or Lord. Okay. All right. So I think that's it. Supplying power. Let's see, building where power is generated. Again, you generate a certain form of power. Again, it is elevating these days because of the mindset that we're waking up. So we're taking back our mind from these particular people that have had a form of control over it. So this would be done by something else that is a source, an original source, not what they have falsely had you falsely identified as a so-called God and connected you to give your energy to that, which is giving energy really to them, and basically you turning over everything to them and saying, do what you please, Lord God. I am your servant. I am your child, right? And them in tune doing what they want to do to you because you are giving them that power. I'm talking about something that's organic, something that is within, something that can be turned on like you turn on your phone or your PC, something that, again, it works in a collective way where you'll see, you know what I'm saying, is a way. And again, you'll know where to look for information and answers. You'll know who to seek. Again, I seek my soul siblings and other things in order for understanding, because again, some of us can talk, and you know it if you listen to this channel. You can hear somebody saying something exactly how you would say. It might be an hour-long video, and at least 45 minutes of that video sound exactly how you think. Again, because this is something that the more people that come in tune with this, the more power it generates. The more they stay away, they fear, they run into their cliffs and they hide. Again, because again, this fire that has been lit will not be able to be smothered or, you know, watered down. It's a wrap at this point in time, because something else is manifesting in the earth. Earth, I mean you, at this point in time. This can be something that can transcend over into other groups of people, because they don't know and you don't know that some of these people came through you. Again, we've come to the point where we have an understanding of who was here and what, but a lot of us are taking a road where we're saying, no, this and that didn't happen and these people didn't mix. The whole thing about slavery was about, it wasn't the popularized portion of it, but it was about breeding. Creating people farms. So to tell me that some people know for a fact that there's no mixture in their family anywhere would just not be, I don't think it would be a true statement. Okay. So I'm not saying it for no other reason, but now we're looking at what was going on, and now we know that they needed to create this populous population like the sands of the sea. And we look at ourselves, if you know that this land was covered with all so-called black people at one point in time, at least most of it, okay, then something has had to happen. They didn't kill everyone. We know they were killing you with the pen. They were taking people from here and dispersing them. They were killing people as well. But at the end of the day, there was also other ways that they did this. And this is having children through women in different ways and creating subgroups. Just was, it was what it was. So we'll go ahead and move on. And I think we'll just do the one last one. I'm just trying to we're just basically playing this here to see what we can grasp from it, right? So granted, okay, let's go into granted. Again, by the time we finish breaking this down, we're going to forget what the hell we was just reading. But again, the words will still be there. And now when you start seeing things, you will be able to go there, right? So granted, one, this is a related term, okay? They didn't give us granted. One, to whom a license is granted. A person whom a privilege or concession has been granted. All right? So somebody is allowing, somebody gave these people permission. And it's somebody in the Bible, I just can't remember who, y'all know I'm playing, okay? Who it is that's always ordering and giving somebody permission to do certain things. And it's not really Satan. So again, you have to wonder, what the hell are you really believing in right now? What portion of the cult, because all religion, and I'm not just attacking Christianity, I'm saying all of them, okay? It's simple questions you can ask yourself. Okay. A legal language, a person to whom a thing is granted. Okay. Given privilege or free range. So again, it's not you that's been we can obviously see right now, unless they just lied altogether, which we know that they do. The privilege is not given to you today. So then that would be a problem. If it was meant for you to get the privilege and you don't have it, then we need to figure out how the fuck to get it. And then if they have if someone else is giving these particular people power over you, again, it was for them to benefit and you to bear or stay down. And That's just what it seems like it's talking about. Bestowing. All this stuff is biblical. Okay? Allowance, permission, confirm, you know, uh, grant. A state granted to a Spaniard in America with powers to tax Indians. Because again, and we're going to say right here down at the bottoms that it's going to say, what is it going to say? Okay. What does it say here? Include those bound to service. Again, this is talking about binding someone. See, what are we talking about when we're talking about gathering it all together? Bounding, binding, bundles. Okay. To service for a term of years and excluding Indians not taxed, 3/5 of all other persons. So again, is this 3/5 of or is this 3/5 of all other persons, or what are they talking about here? But again, we're seeing here, right here, that it's saying something about uh this person granted the power to tax Indians. Who is this? This ain't even until 1810. This 1810. It's not even that damn long ago. Commission. Who's the commissioner? Is that the police? Does that a portion in? I don't know. I can't remember. To commit charge. Okay. So again, commit to one's care. Command. To obtain right to land. A patent. I mean, these things. So this is helps. This just helps. It really does. You see how it does, right? Okay. Granting. All these things that are going on that you really not really taken into full consideration. Okay. Okay. So okay, we'll stop there. Uh, Grant formal authorization to do with by illegal to do without it from license. Hmm. Hmm. Anyways, so let's just check out grant. Something granted, bestowal of a privilege. Again, this is tracing it from the 14th century. And then we go down to the 12th century. So again, I'm guessing this is doing it from the newest way of doing it down to the oldest. Okay. So and again, I know that you only have to focus on certain words, maybe in italics or in the parentheses or um uh, whatnot, but at the same time it helps guide me through so that I can put that in my mind's eye. um as to, okay, what's, because we don't know exactly when we're going into the biblical thing. We're just observing, and we're just using a theoretic approach when it comes to timing. So it helps me put proper place things in time by, you see what I'm saying? Okay. Be pleasing, assure, promise, guarantee, confirm, authorize, allow permission, boom, boom, boom. Okay. Especially of land. Now, if we know that land is could be talking about the people, and we know the earth can be talking about the people, we know the soil is talking about the people. Even I read something the other day where it said free soil was talking about the free people, American people or so-called black people, okay, that were not slaves. um they call them free soil. So again, it's just a matter of how far you want to go, how deep you want to go. And we did grant, promising. Okay, yeah, we did all this. So allow to permit. Okay. All right. So again, we're just put, so just in case you want to do this on your own, so you might be able to get. I'm basically really just reading this to you, and because I can't really understand it because I've just taken in too much information, I'll have to sit on it for a couple days and see exactly what we're talking about here. But at the same time, we're just looking at these terms. I'm more about the terms. Okay. So that when you hear people say it, you say, wait a minute. Let me check what that really means, like that. Okay. So 1610, loose outer garment. Worn by men in Eastern countries or in ancient times. Vest, jacket. Okay. We know what this is talking about. Okay. To clothe, again, clothe can be tricky. Sleeve, da 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 da. King, yesterday, fashion clothes, da 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 da. Vest, to put, okay, so to put in possession of a person. So again, to put what in possession? And then vest, to cover your chest. It just making me also think about the shield that's on the chest of the American eagle. And, upon thy belly you'll go is also running through. It's just, what do those lines actually mean? What does the shield mean? What does everything, because everything is symbolic. You have to do a breakdown of that symbol, to get a better understanding. Okay. To put in possession of a person, to clothe. Again, this is washing yourself, making. Washington means to make something white. Why is that the first president? Why was God making everything light or white in a sense? So again, what terms, when are we using these? What did they mean at that particular time? So if they thought clean was a certain look and that wasn't going on, that would be a problem. Just like we're going to start talking about these Mohawk Indians in a second and what was going on with that and the biblical aspect of it too. Okay. To put in possession, to invest. Okay. Yeah, to dress. Again, to dress it and to keep it and to, what was the man put there in the garden to do? And he needed friends and helpers, right? Established, secured, settled, not in a state of contingency. Okay. So again, even those Pears, I think it's Pears something, was a soap company back in the day that had all these offensive ads about washing people with soap. Now, how is it that they say you taught these people how to wash themselves with soap, but they're using the ads to depict so-called black people as dirty and needing to scrub themselves or lighten their skin? And we think that that's new, that people are doing that today? How about that's something that's deeply bred into certain people, and that is manifesting itself today still. Some people are ignorantly making themselves clean. Um, Again, I'm not against anybody that does anything, especially after you've obtained the information to know something. You still choose what you want to do, but that's up to you. So yeah. So anyhow, I know it's something that I'm missing. But anyways, I just wanted to go through those terms really quick and just give y'all the way that I'm thinking of it. So, to see if you see something the same. And again, I'm pretty sure you will probably be able to go through these a little bit better and retain the information and give understanding now, but I just can't. That was just too much for me to take in for one sentence on, not even a sentence. So we're just gonna stop right there. And then we'll come back with the rest after I collect myself. I have to cook dinner. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, please. And join us in the Facebook group, American Aborigines Unchained. If you'd like to see more videos like this or information that's alternative than what we've been taught by his story, okay? And again, the biblical aspect, there's a lot of people on there that, speak to a certain extent. So yeah, again, this is not your mama's Bible study. So anyone that's speaking anything that has to do with that way, religious way, still, no matter how it's tweaked, it's not welcome, right? So again, you can talk about the biblical text, you can talk about history in the Bible or whatever. If we're comparing it and we're really looking at it on that level, but we're not doing anything that got to do with any kind of saviors that we waiting on or anything like that. Because we know in the group that we are the ones that we've been waiting for. Most of us do. So again, they can go somewhere else for that. There's plenty of other groups for that, but we're not looking at it in any type of religious or group or cultish way. That's no offense. It's just that's what it is in my appearance. Okay. Um, so we're just not inviting that type of energy. There's many other groups for that. But we are looking into the biblical to get a better understanding, and we know that we are the ones that we're waiting for. Rather, it is being summoned by a energy or something of a source that is driving it, right? Or something else deeper that we can't even comprehend right now because we've been put to sleep. But we know it ain't what they've been telling us all this time. See? Okay. So again, bye.